We're going to check the radiator using a pyrometer, is what your worksheet says, but it's actually just an infrared thermometer. So to do that, what we'll need to do is we'll need to warm the engine up and get it to operating temperature, and then we're going to use a infrared thermometer to measure the top, the middle, and the bottom of the radiator to see if there's a difference in temperature. And depending on the type of differences you have in temperature, it'll tell you whether or not coolant is circulating adequately through your radiator. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is start the engine, and then we'll use the thermometer to check the temperatures. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the radiator at the top, the middle, and the bottom. So we got 116 degrees at the top. We got about 98 at the middle. Then down here on the bottom, about 90. So 98 and then 92, 89. So basically we've got a graduation of temperature. So we've got hot up here, cooler, and cool. And the way the radiator works is the hot coolant comes in at the top. So right up here, the hot coolant's going to come in here. It's going to go across the radiator. The radiator tank is right up here on the top, which means that it's a downflow radiator. The coolant's going to go down and then down. So I want to take a minute and just talk a little bit about how the infrared thermometer works. So it's got a kind of a pistol grip on it. So you pull the trigger here, and there will be an LED or a laser that shines. So wherever that laser is shining, that's where you're measuring the temperature. And then on the back, you'll actually read the temperature that you just measured. So when we're using an infrared thermometer, there's a couple of things to remember on it. When it projects an infrared beam out of the front, and that infrared beam is going to be in kind of a cone shape. So if you look right here on the thermometer, it actually shows you the area that it measures. So if I wanted to measure the temperature of this brake fluid reservoir right back here, if I bring the temperature gun up right next to it and trigger it, it's going to measure a pretty accurate measurement of the temperature right here. But if I am clear back here, so if I come all the way back here and measure the temperature of the same object, what it's going to do is it's going to measure the temperature all the way around here, and it's going to average that temperature. So the further away you are, the less accurate the reading of one of these temperature guns is.